Hello everyone and welcome to a Grimoire mod spotlight here on Sekiro Shadows Die Twice here on the PC. So we're going to be showing off 3 mods in this video. One's kind of obvious, but we'll get to that in a moment. We're going to be starting off first with the visual mod for Sekiro himself. This is the Hattori clan mod by Madao. This mod is super sweet. I just love the colors on it, so let's get a closer look. These are just some of the graphics mods you can get for Sekiro here on the PC to alter his attire, and I will say it makes his attire look way cooler. This one's really sick. You know, you've got the embellishments here on the bottom, the fade from the blue into the black, as well as just the details on his scarf and stuff like that. And overall, this looks really nice. This keeps inside your cutscenes and everything like that, which is really cool, just to show that the game is rendered all at once, which is pretty fucking dope. Yeah, overall, I just really love the aesthetics of this one, and I felt I had to share it. I shared the photos of this on Twitter earlier on in the week, so yeah, guys, if you ever are looking to get any of these mods here on the PC, I will give links, one to the Nexus to show off each of the mod creators down in the description, as well as possibly later I'll just kind of go over how to install these mods on PC. If you are wondering, there are a slew of other videos. I actually had to look up a video in order to actually do any of this. But yeah, moving on, we will move to the elephant in the room. We'll move to Swords of Moonlight by TKGP. If you can tell, I've got the Moonlight Greatsword from Dark Souls 3 in my hands right now. And it looks really sweet. It replaces your katana in the game. And the cool thing is, all the animations really work shy of the cutscenes where Sekiro pushes up to unsheath his weapon. It does look a little bit awkward. This shows up in all the cutscenes, which is pretty cool. As well as, it functions perfectly. It goes to all of your moves. So we have Ichimonji double right there. We'll show off some more of the other combat arts. We'll do the ninja, or the whirlwind slash. And yeah, it doesn't like clip or anything. Like, he actually holds it to form in his hand, as well as like it in the cutscenes doesn't break the game in any way, shape, or form. So a lot of credit to him for getting this working like so fluidly. Outside of that, let's just kind of show some of the more bizarre ones. Oh, that looks all super nice. And then lastly, let's show off Dragon Flash. It's all Getsuga Tensho. There you go. So yeah, that's some of this mod. I'll show you some of the stuff on some enemies as well, while I get possibly my ass kicked. Hopefully the frames are stable. I have not tried rendering this game on recording so far, so this will be my first attempt. Ooh. And they always come back. Also, as a note, this is my actual player file, so, like, everything's going to hurt real bad. Alright. Oh. Ooh. We had another dude throwing some ninja stars at me. Oh. Stab this boy. And yeah, it doesn't even break on like the back, say like the stab animations for a riposte. Alright. I think that's a good enough showing of the moons, or well, the Swords of Moonlight. As a note, the other sword that he has available from the Swords of Moonlight as well, he's also got the Bloodborne variant of the Moonlight Greatsword. So if you guys prefer the Bloodborne one, which I personally do, but I felt like going with this one for my next playthrough, you can also download that one as well. They are separate entities inside your folders when you set up the mods. Alright. Alright. And now on to the mod that's probably going to need the most introduction. So we'll reset for that one. And I will make some cuts as well, just so I can kind of like have it show up properly on screen. So we'll set up that one in a moment. So yeah, I'll catch you guys right there. So now, guys, we have the most interesting of the mods. We have the Sekiro FPS Unlocked and More mod by Uberhalit. This is probably the most tangibly useful mod I will be showing off that's not a cosmetic one. So this one I'm actually going to go into detail on. The biggest thing, it's actually what was being rendered in the game, is it allows you to unlock your frames from 60, or lock your frames at whatever you feel is comfortable for the game, as well as set custom resolution, say if you have a dual monitor setup, which is pretty dope. And most importantly, you've also got the improved FOV feature, which I will make a cut to in a moment to kind of show the side-by-side comparisons, what you see baseline and what you see otherwise with the improved FOV. The most, at least for me, the player-based one that I would probably use is just the 15 if you're here on PC. It gives you enough of the view distance. I feel like 50 is a little awkward, starts to become very fish lensy, and then the other ones are like stark unplayable in my opinion. Like the 100% for like zoomed in, like minus 100% is like so in your face. I believe it does make it like first person, so I'll make some small little cuts for you guys in a moment. So yeah, let's just kind of go and pan to it. Boop. And to get things working, you want to make sure you click the increase FOV, and then you have to patch the game, which it will do in real time. And then let's just kind of pan back in. So, if you noticed, suddenly it seems like the view distance is much larger, and the world is a little bit more wrapped around. It feels almost spherical in how the view is. It's not too noticeable on the 15, which makes it just overall better. So you can actually have like just a wider range of view, which is just so much better in this game. It allows you to kind of see more enemies on the screen, like if you're getting chased, so I can definitely recommend this. I'm going to make another cut real quick to kind of show you guys 50. Alright, well it's not 50, but this is the 40. If you notice, it seems even more zoomed out than before. The world does, if you notice that everything has like almost a curvature to it on your sides, so it's becoming more of that fish-eyed lens sort of deal like I was mentioning before. And then let's crank it to its maximum, so I'll beep over to that as well. Beep. Oh, instead it's actually just 75 so far. Once again, bigger field of vision. You have a really huge view of yourself, but this seems a little weird. It doesn't feel natural. It's kind of like bothersome to the eye. Like, just, like just these weird zooms that you end up getting from it just seem very weird. I can imagine a lot of segments where you've got the grappling could become very awkward and weird and almost vomit-inducing. And then lastly, let's kick it up all the way to the top. I think it actually only goes up to 90 on here, so we'll go pitch that next. And now we are on the 90. I don't think anyone should ever play the game really on this. It's very bubbly. It's really weird. Like, look at this view. It's like you're almost in VR. That's like one of the weird things about it. It's like you're in a VR helmet. Makes the world look very awkward, but you could get some really cool screenshots with this. So it does still have like remotely a tangible use, but it looks so awkward. And I guess now I'll show off the zoomed in feature because it still has those too. So we'll pan back yet again to that in a moment. All right, so we're going to start with the -10. This actually doesn't look too bad if you ever really see it. It is much closer. You feel a little bit more personal with everything, and it still has that sort of fisheye feel to it, but it's not too bad. But I really can't stand the fact you can see even less in the frame. While it does give a hard focus on Sekiro himself, I'm not a big fan of this. And let's now kick it to, I think there's 2 more modes, but we'll see in a moment. And we're back for this monstrosity of a zoom. Once again, this would allow for some really cool still shots if you wanted to do anything as far as like taking photos of the game or screenshots to kind of show off stuff. But like as it stands, the game feels really hard to play. Like look at this. Like just looking down becomes a chore. Let's just kind of go over landscapes in a moment. Oh, yeah, like, just... So it's weird, and let's also, like, let me see if it... One thing I have not tested is to see if it affects the Ninjar, rather the Nightjar monocular, and it really doesn't. Yeah, it really doesn't. It just... Let's take a quick gander at that one more time. No, let's not kill ourselves. Alright. I think the FOV... Let me slide this. That's, I guess, like, one other thing, is I'll have to see if the FOV affects it if you pan things out. But as it stands, like, I can see, like, nothing, really. It really feels restrictive. 10 out of 10 can't really recommend, but I can definitely recommend the FOV viewer for anything that's not. And I guess, like, to show the key differences for the FPS, let's go take a gander at that. We'll crank it down to 40 frames, just to kind of show you guys the difference. This would be closer to what console would have. And we are back. This is us locking the game at 40. If you can notice, this is basically what it would look like on the majority consoles that aren't on, say, a Pro or the XS. So, yeah, I would not... After playing the game on PC, I just will never want to play the game on a console again. I'm saying that based off of just, like, how the game runs, how it feels. This is still very playable, don't get me wrong. But the fact that it allowed me to uncap it from 60, and now we'll move to the 60. This is it on the majority of consoles. Most consoles will teeter between 39 frames to 60 frames on any given time. So, yeah, let's go take a gander at that. Okay, and we're back with 60 frames. 60 frames is, like, completely passable. It's still really, really good. You will see the key difference when I tune it back up to 144. But... yeah, there is one thing. So with the FPS unlock, you do have to deactivate G-Sync, or rather V-Sync, on your graphics card. Otherwise, it just doesn't, it conflicts and just doesn't actually give you the actual frame unlock. So just bear that in mind. But as you can clearly see, this is at 60 frames. It's really, really nice still. So if you got it on consoles, definitely boot up for the 60 frames if you can. Albeit there are still going to be portions of this game where it's going to take a shit on itself. Even for PC users, there are points, unless you're running like a 2080 Ti, there are ports in this game where they're just going to be, like, rather, there's just one point in this game where there is so much on the screen that you will actually see frame drops as well as stutters on characters moving. So, just bear that in mind, and then, yeah, we'll go back to 144, just kind of go over it. It's namely in the panning of the screen. This is still very good. You'll see... honestly, just a minor change, though, with the 144. So, let me pan back to that before we close up this video. Alright, and we're back. So, I'm going to tune this... I actually tuned this up to 200 frames. And, yeah, you can just see there's, like, a... It's just a minor difference. Even when you unlock it to, like, 200 frames, you're not going to see, like, an insane amount of difference as far as everything. Until there becomes more and more things on the screen. I'm not going to do like a slowdown or anything like that, but this is definitely the mod I can highly recommend for anybody getting this on PC that wants to mod the game or just alter it before they do their first playthrough. The mods are really cool because they give you that sort of customization that'll give you a personalized feel. There's so many people continuing to update the Nexus. If you guys are interested in possibly seeing a few more mod videos, leave a comment down below, as well as I will make sure to leave links to all these modding... all the modders that are working hard on making tons of really, really cool content out there for people to check out. The Nexus has been outstanding. It's also the same place we did our Dark Souls randomizer, as well as stay tuned for some other stuff from the Nexus. I'll keep you guys posted on Twitter about the Scorch contract. That will probably come after me and Ryu have completed our Dark Souls 1 remastered run with the randomizer. I will probably be doing a solo stream, as he has been adamant that he does not want to have any part of doing the Scorch contract. But after playing Sekiro now on New Game Plus alongside the second difficulties, which you can see here on the bottom left, I can definitely say I think I'm up to the challenge for the Dark Souls 1 run with the Scorch contract, and kind of metagame it from there. So you guys, if you enjoyed this video and look forward to more stuff, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, click the bell for notifications, and yeah. Until then, I hope you guys have been having fun with Sekiro. Bye-bye.